This is Brian Glenn with White Pepper Smith Lake. Today, Darren Raspino and I bring you another Smith Lake Top 5. Buyer's agents have a fiduciary duty to their buyer. Wow, fiduciary. Big word, it's very important. So, fiduciary duty. In the U.S. legal system, a fiduciary duty describes a relationship between two parties that obligates one to act solely in the interest of the other. Solely in the interest of the other. Fiduciary duties are the highest duties known to the law. Remember that term fiduciary. We'll hear it again. Listing agents have a pre-existing fiduciary duty to the home seller. They were hired to get the best outcome for the seller in the sale of their home. For example, a property that is advertised to have year-round water, but doesn't have enough depth at the dock during winter pool for the boat lift to operate properly. Should you really rely on the listing agent to point that out? Think about it this way. If you were getting sued, would you hire the same attorney as the person suing you? Of course not, especially when Alabama is a caveat emptor state, where the responsibility for determining proper condition of a home is on the buyer. Wouldn't you rather have an agent who solely represents you and your interests? There's a reason Alabama requires a signed disclosure of dual agency when two agents under the same agency umbrella, or one agent represents both the buyer and the seller. Remember, as buyer's agents, we have a fiduciary duty to put your interests as our buyer above all others. The seller is almost always represented by a listing agent, so being represented by a buyer's agent will ensure that you are represented properly and that a professional in the field is negotiating for the best deal on your behalf. As your buyer's agents, our fiduciary duty requires that we act in your best interest. There is a contract called a buyer agency agreement that explains the amount of time we'll be working together, the services we provide, and more. The agent's commission paid in each sale is agreed upon by the seller and the listing agent at the time of listing. Your buyer's agent is paid from the seller's proceeds of the sale per the previously agreed terms of that listing agreement. You only have so much time to spend looking at homes. Coordinating showings with sellers and their agents can be a juggling act, one that may become complex when inventory is tight and homes are selling fast. Since Darren and I are a team, we're flexible with getting showings coordinated and we'll work around your busy schedule. Keep in mind as well that many roads around Smith Lake are new and don't readily show up on maps or GPS. Therefore, having someone who knows the lake and how to navigate its 3 counties and 500 plus miles of shoreline is key. If you've ever purchased a big ticket item, such as a car or a home, you know the importance of intimate market knowledge during negotiations. As Smith Lake buyer's agents, we know the Smith Lake market and we can use that knowledge to negotiate effectively on your behalf. We'll discuss terms, pricing, and the structure of any offer with your best outcome in mind and become your voice. The decisions are yours, but you can rely on us for advice and to negotiate solely for you. This is your transaction, but we're there to see it through on your behalf. The buying process can be very emotional, and Smith Lake throws an extra set of puzzle pieces into the mix. Elevations, water depths, dock permits, and more. This is where having a Smith Lake buyer's agent working on your behalf comes in handy. And we're used to having those conversations and we handle them with confidence. As buyer's agents, we're well versed in managing the process of Smith Lake home buying from start to finish. We pride ourselves in standing beside you throughout your journey to Smith Lake and all that it has to offer. Thanks for watching another Smith Lake Top 5, brought to you by SmithLakePropertySearch.com. Check out our YouTube channel and our website for more informative videos and the current listings available on Smith Lake. Before buying or selling, or if you have any questions about Smith Lake, make sure to give us a call.